record. I'm going to record this session and add it to my YouTube channel because those students that are having problems with their internet will be able to watch it. Okay, thank you. All right, so good. In your agenda, write all of this information down, kind of like bullet points, okay? Oh, that's funny. Oh, Aiden, what grade is your brother in? Wait, third, right? Yeah. So he's a year younger than my son. My son's in fourth. Okay, so Module 9 project is due on December 18th, which is not this Friday, but the next Friday. You will have time in class to work on the project. Modules 5 through 8 are past due. However, if you still need to work on them, you have until January 11th. The reason why I'm telling you now that they're past due is because you're going to have time in class to work on my project. So if you're missing any of those assignments from modules 5 through 8, you could do those on the days, you know, like after school or in the time that you have, the free time that you have. Progress reports are due tomorrow. Not final grades for the quarter, but progress reports are due tomorrow. So if you've not looked on Q yet, your grade is on Q as to where we stand. I have everything in there graded up to Module 8. Module 8, I still have to grade Bill Nye, but everything else has been graded. Give me a thumbs up when you have all the information so far into your agenda. You're going to be doing it in class, Travis. Hang on, we're not even there yet. Thank you, Lonnie. Okay, thanks, Travis. Thank you, Zio. Okay. Don't close your agenda yet because we're still going to use it, but not right now. On your periodic table, I want you to cross out carbon, silver, and gold. Cross out carbon. Don't scribble it out. Just put a line like an X through carbon, silver, and gold. Carbon is number 6. Silver is 47. And gold is right beneath that, 79. So 6, 47, and 79. Just put an X through those 3. Because when it comes to the project that you're going to be working on, you may not choose those 3 elements. Don't ask me any questions about the project yet. I'm going to go over it. But just realize that those 3 elements you are not going to be able to choose for doing the project. Okay, so I'm going to take a minute to share my screen with you guys. Period 5 science. We are going to go into the modules. And I have modules 9 down here. And it says module 9, 1 to 5. That means that it is for this week and next week, right? This is what you're going to be doing in your class time with me. It has to do with the periodic table of elements because it says an element poster and the periodic table is here. And it also gives you information here for the element poster project. And this is what you need to include in the element poster project. So I know it says poster. When we do this in school, last year was the first year that we did it. We had you break the poster up into 6 cells, 6 cubes, and do the element on the front and then flip it over and on the back, write information. You don't have to write on the back of the paper this time because you're going to be taking pictures and submitting the pictures to me. So you're going to do everything on the front of the paper. Now you do not have to go out and buy poster paper. Again, I'll write down what you need in the chat. But what you're looking at when it comes to Module 9 is that you're going to talk about 6 different elements from the periodic table of elements. And you need to include information about each element on the paper. So I'm going to need the element name, the element symbol, the atomic number, the atomic mass, a picture of that element or how it's used, and 6 important facts about that element. And I'll go over that more in a minute. I'm going to show you the next page has a rubric on it, and it explains the same thing. Now, a rubric is a way of grading, right? So if you know that you want to get an A on this poster, you're going to do everything in the exemplary column because exemplary is an A, okay? For each element, you need to have a picture, 6 pictures, 1 for each element, an element name, 1 for each element, a chemical symbol or element symbol, 1 for each element, the atomic number for each element, the atomic mass, and I don't want it rounded. So it's a not rounded mass. You're going to give me the decimal point for that one. 6 facts about that element. So you're going to have a total of 36 altogether. Each element will have 6 facts. Neatness is very important on this, and so is creativity. I'm going to explain what neatness and creativity are. So if you look back on the previous page, I took the example of the element poster, what you need to have on the element poster here. What I've also done is if you go into your Google Drive, and you don't have to look right now, but if you go into your shared drive, I've shared the poster project with you. And the reason why you cannot do carbon is because I've given you an example, okay? So here's carbon. Diamonds are made of carbon. So here's a picture of a diamond. Its element symbol is C. Its atomic number is 6. And its atomic mass is 12.011, right? And all that information you can find on the periodic table, with the exception of the picture. Then there are 6 facts about carbon right here. You too need to write 6 facts about each element that you choose. Okay, so if you need an example, it is in your shared drive in your Google account. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to get to that, Lonnie. Okay. I know some of you are really excited to know everything that's going on right here, right now, but hang on. You are going to pick the elements that you want. However, you can only choose between 1 and 80 without carbon, gold, or silver. So just let's reiterate, you're going to write this down in your agenda also for the project. I wrote for the project. For the project. Element name, element symbol, atomic number, atomic mass, not rounded. Picture. And lastly, 6 facts about the element. And this is the thing. In grading the assignment that you did about the vocab words, protons, neutrons, electrons, atomic mass, and atomic number, a lot of you guys went onto the internet and you clicked copy and you clicked paste. That's not going to fly, okay? This is to be done in your own words. If you copy and paste anything, you will not get credit. It's in your own words. As far as neatness, when it came to the phases, solid, liquid, gas, right? The phases of matter, some of you just threw whatever down on a piece of paper. You need to plan this out. You can't just write down stuff haphazardly everywhere. It needs to be very organized and it needs to be neat. If you do not have neat handwriting, you can type it, print it out, and attach it, okay? You do not need poster board. Don't tell me that you couldn't go out and buy poster board. You don't need poster board. You could take 6 sheets of blank paper and work 1 element per sheet. All the information on the front of that paper, that is fine. Now, as far as creativity, the sample that we gave you was carbon, right? And we said carbon is found in diamonds. If you wanted to attach a diamond to the piece of paper, that would be pretty creative. I don't think you're going to want to attach a diamond to the paper, right? But if you can come up with something that is creative, like say you choose copper, you could put a penny on the paper because a penny is made up of copper. What percentage of the penny is copper, that you need to let me know. That would be in your facts, right? So absolutely, I will check creativity. I will check neatness. The other thing is, let's say you choose a gas. Many gases are odorless and colorless. How do you draw something that's odorless and colorless? Let's say we're talking about oxygen, right? Trees give off oxygen. People breathe in oxygen. Sometimes people are in the hospital and have an oxygen tank, or maybe they have emphysema and they're on oxygen and they have a tank. However you do it, you can do it creatively in a drawing. Because it is a colorless, odorless gas, I need to see how it is used. So whether you draw a picture of it, which you can't for oxygen, or you show me how it's used, which you can for oxygen, I will take either one of those. So right now, I want you to take all the information that I've said, and if you have any questions, I'd like you to please ask me now. You can either type them in the chat or unmute yourself if you have any questions about what you need to do. If you're all good, say I'm all good, yeehaw, let's get started, I'm ready to go, whatever it is. Or I'm gonna assume that you're not listening to me. Oh, hang on, Mia, we're not doing it. Okay, good. Thank you guys. We're gonna do it in a second, Mia, but I need to find out what your elements are, yeah? Okay, good. Good. Okay, good, we're good to go. So for those of you that are in class, right now I have 26 students in class. What I'd like you to do is look at your periodic table of elements, look at numbers 1 through 80, 1 through 80. Okay, You're going to choose 6 elements from numbers 1 through 80, with the exception of carbon, gold, and silver. You may not choose those. Choose any other 6 that you would like to research. And what you're going to do is you're going to put them in the chat, and I have to say, I'll go through them and I'll say, okay, when you can start working on those elements. And you're going to have time today to do it, and you'll have the rest of the week and next week to do it in class. If the person is absent, like let's say somebody's watching this on the YouTube channel and they're absent, what they're going to do, or if you talk to any of your friends, what they can do is they can email me the 6 elements that they want to do, so I know which ones they will be working on. Fair enough? Okay, so I'm going to stop recording this now.